You see Zhou Zhaoquian, who has quietly become one of the top stars of these games with 2 gold medals already. And now McFadden looking for her first gold here. Her 20th medal overall. Picked up medals in the 5,000 and the 800 already. Speaking of the 800, Manuela Schaer was the gold medalist there. Schaer has won 3 medals in Tokyo as well. And Cheri Madsen, 44 years old, from Nebraska, debuted at the 1996 Paralympics in Atlanta, also competed in 2000, took a big break until coming back for Rio. And with her bronze medal in the 100 meters, she just netted herself a 9th all-time Paralympic medal.
And you can see that Cheri had a little bit of tack on her gloves, so a little sticky stuff between her gloves and her push rings, whereas Tatyana, when she waved, actually had some sandpaper. She glued some sandpaper onto her gloves that'll work into that rubber and give her the traction. So it's all personal preference, and hopefully it all works. That is always the question in the rain.
So China's Zhou Zhaoquian looking for her 3rd gold medal of these games. Manuela Schaer looking for her 2nd. Tatyana McFadden looking for her 1st of these games and her 8th overall. It's a strong start for McFadden, who's wearing the red tank top with the white sleeves. You see her out there in lane number 5. Pretty even with Zhou Zhaoquian to start the race.
And you see the biggest thing for Tatyana is that hand speed. She keeps going with that hand speed. It looks like Schaer is getting close to closing that gap as Tatyana is closing the stagger out on Zhou as well.
Don't forget Julie Hung on the outside in lane 8 from China, the bronze medalist in the 100. She is in good positioning as well. But it's Manuela Schaer, Tatyana McFadden, and Cheri Madsen just to the inside of Schaer in your top 3 spots as they unwind off the bend.
This is going to be a really interesting last 100 meters, and we'll see if Tatyana and Cheri can close. Cheri looks like she is closing faster.
Manuela Schaer holding Cheri Madsen off. Here comes Zhou for 3rd. It's Schaer, Madsen, and Zhou Zhaoquian. McFadden finishes 4th.
Manuela Schaer is demonstrating that she's not just a long distance runner. She started out as a sprinter, and really the 400 meters is a sprint, and she demonstrated that she has a great ability to sprint.
Her 2nd gold of these games, golds in the 400 and the 800 to go along with silvers in the 15 and the 5. Another medal for Cheri Madsen, the 10th of her career. This one is silver. 3rd medal of these games for Zhou Zhaoquian. McFadden just coming up 2,500s, or a quarter of a second short in 4th.
We see the start, which is so important for all of them. We see where Tatyana's getting into her hand speed there. But Cheri Madsen is not far off and runs a great last 100 meters here. Cheri Madsen, who started back in 1996, won in Sydney in 2000, took 16 years off, came out, and was still on the podium in 2016 and is on the podium again in 2021.
Epic career for Cheri Madsen, whose oldest daughter was on her way to college. Her daughter Reese starting college this week. Tells you again that Cheri Madsen's been around for a while. If you got a daughter already on her way to college, said, hey, it's a pretty good excuse to miss dropping your daughter off at her 1st week of college. And she's made it worthwhile with 2 medals as well.
And you see that smile from Manuela Schaer. She puts a lot of work in, and it's great when that work pays off, and it pays off in a gold medal here.
Schaer dominated the roads over the last few years, winning 9 consecutive World Major Marathons, and now she has her first 2 Paralympic Games gold medals in the 400 and the 800.
And it's a little heartbreaking for Tatyana. We see her dropping out of frame here. It looked like she was having a little bit of difficulty hooking up with the gloves and the push ring in that last 100 meters and started going backwards.
At that same time, a strong finish from Zhou Zhaoquian to get her 3rd medal of these games. But this is not the end for Tatyana McFadden. She has herself one more opportunity for a medal in the marathon individually coming up at the end of these games. Meanwhile, Cheri Madsen once again on the podium, her 2nd medal of these games.